Hey guys, today we're going to talk about detailing your ride, but not in the way you think. If you notice, got my hair all chopped off. Thank you, by the way, to London down at Hair Cuttery in Winter Springs. You did a great job, especially with the mess that I had. But in the vehicles that we drive, we can detail them, we can take them, we can get them washed and, you know, nice and shiny, and do the hubcaps and everything else. You can change your paint, just like women can change their hair color. Well, men can change their hair color too. There's all kinds of things you can change on the outside of your ride, but you can't really change the inside of your ride unless you work at it. There are some changes that people will really not see, like when you're in the progress of detailing your insides. I mean, you could, but as you go on and you do more work on your insides, yeah, Murray's just rambunctious. You do more work on your insides, then people can actually see the difference in you. They can see the difference in the way you're acting. They can see the difference in the way that you're interacting with other people. They can see a more optimistic expression on your face, more hopeful things that you say, a lot of times more loving things that you do. And everything can change. Now, it's Easter Sunday, and Easter is all about change. Now, some people look at the crucifixion and say, oh, you know, it was terrible, and, you know, loser, and the whole bit. And think about the people who were around at the time Jesus was walking around. They really felt his loss, but above that, they were probably thinking, why did I believe? Why did I hope? Why did I trust? They had no idea what was going to happen on the first Easter. And then they realized that they weren't wrong to believe. They weren't wrong to have faith. They weren't wrong to believe all the love that he had to give. He was willing to go that far to give his own life. And then they ended up rejoicing, just like it had been foretold about 700 years before that he would rise. And he did. But his message was about love, mercy, compassion. And I think the greatest one that he had was about forgiveness. We can talk a lot about forgiving other people for what they do to us, but we don't really talk about forgiving ourselves. And when you stop and think about it, I mean, he forgave you first. All too often, especially if you have like survivor's guilt, or you were involved in the traumatic event that set off PTSD, that there's a lot of forgiveness that needs to be happening. Not just for people that did it and things that were done to you, but for what you believe you did or did not do. Survivor's guilt comes with a whole bunch of different things that you can envision that you had, you know, this superhuman power, and you could have done things differently. You could have done this, you could have done that, you could have moved this way or that way, or been there sooner. So many different things, but in the end, what you find is that movie playing in your head isn't real life. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Oh, I see rambunctious. But that is just not enough. And you have to, I don't know, trying to have a serious conversation here. You have to actually rationalize what would have been possible. But then you have to take that back even a step more. What did you know at the time? Did you do the best you could at the time? And that's a way to start working on forgiving yourself. No, Jesus talked about forgiving our enemies, forgiving people that hurt us. It wasn't for their sake, it wasn't for their benefit, it was for us. Because when you carry around that heavy weight inside of you, the one that's hateful and judgmental and hurtful, you're hurting yourself. You're not hurting them, because if they hurt you, chances are they might regret that they hurt you, or they don't regret they hurt you because they really don't care. To them, it wasn't personal, it was just they did something they wanted to do, and you ended up being the recipient of it. There's so many things that we can work on, the details of the inside of a vehicle, that changes everything. Changes our moods, changes our bad dreams and pushes them away, and it restores hope. It restores a way to say, I survived all that stuff. This really isn't that bad. I mean, I keep saying I'm a 10-time survivor of things, not combat, but just as a human. And I dealt with I dealt with grief and loss, and the trauma and the nightmares, the flashbacks, mood swings. You think menopause gives you mood swings? Ladies, if you have not survived trauma, then you have no idea what kind of mood swings come with us. But all the symptoms that I had subsided within the 30 days, and I just kept fighting them after that, but they didn't have a chance to take hold. So I get what it does. And I mean, that's a lot worse than dealing with a lot of the stuff that I deal with just in daily life. So maybe you should try and rethink that one too, that things don't really have to be that bad. When you stop and think about what you defeated, what you overcame, what you survived, yes, and those are keywords you should start using. When you think about all that, then this challenge of trying to heal is a whole lot easier than trying to conceal. So, think about it that way. Don't try to hide. It actually takes a lot more work to try to hide it than it tries to overcome it. So, to all my northern friends out there, happy Easter. And to all my Greek friends, Christos Anesti next week. Alright, see you next week, guys. Oh, yeah, by the way, it's your life. Get in and drive. How about it? See you next week.